Bounce, bounce, Sunglow Cobra. Maybe a Sandstorm team. All three of his pets have weathers. Maybe he's just running different weathers on each one. I feel like he's going to start with that flyer. Let me start with the amalgam. Starting with Pebble. Okay. It's probably worth it to press call Darkness. If he goes for Sandstorm, I'll mitigate it a bit with my magic racial. And he has Rupture. Okay. Well, let's see here. How about I bring in the War Whelp? Okay. We'll go for Flame Breath. And my racial should proc here. Not sure. Do I go for Time Bomb now, or do I go for Flame Breath? I think I go for Flame Breath, and then we'll go for Time Bomb on the next round. My racial should proc again, and then I can go for a big Armageddon. That way, so this is a pretty fun pet with this build, because you can proc your Dragon Racial. Stone Rush, and he crit me with it. So you can proc your Dragon Racial, and then your Armageddon does 50% extra damage. And since you died with the Racial up, whenever that Time Bomb goes off, it's also going to be doing 50% extra damage. And then it'll be pretty difficult for him to avoid this Time Bomb. Let's see here. Sandstorm does not kill me, which is excellent news. So, yeah, this is going to be pretty difficult for him to avoid because this is an AoE ability. What he could do is he could try to swap in his flyer right now to juke. But if I didn't go for that swap, then his flyer would just die to Time Bomb, so that would be pretty risky. And then yeah, it's a funny combo. Another thing to note about this ability is since it's AoE, even if your opponent uses like a dodge, a burrow, a liftoff, a deflection, even any of those like dodge abilities, it still swaps them out. Even like mid burrow or mid liftoff. So yeah, there's very little that can be done to avoid the swap. I think landing poison might be able to block it, since it blocks the entire attack. I'm not sure. I haven't tested that yet. And I know Smoke Bomb is able to block it. But yeah, you wouldn't think that you would be able to swap pets through, like say an idol's deflection with this ability. But yeah, it's an AoE ability, so if it's they have two pets, it'll still swap them out. And then if you have that Time Bomb about to go off and they try to block it with deflection, they're going to be eating that Time Bomb on whoever you swap in, even through basically deflection. Pretty niche. Still trying to find a third that I really like. The original team is Jade Miss Dancer, which I think is probably slightly better, more well-rounded, but that leaves the team really slow. So if I'm fighting like Indigo or Murgleton or like really fast pets, those pets give that team a lot of trouble. So that's why I'm trying the Amalgam, because this pet is fast as fuck. 357. Hits pretty hard too. I'm going to need to try this pet out more because it looks like it has a lot of potential. Low health on a magic pet, so you can get a lot of value, I guess, from the magic racial. But anyways, let's see here. So he had... Let's try this team. He didn't have Sandstorm on Pebble, which is a big relief. I don't think I... Did I even find out what he had on his... Wasn't really paying attention to what he was doing. His whole team kind of died really fast. So he didn't have Sandstorm. I think he had Sunlight on the Cobra. And I don't know if he pressed a single button on his flyer because it just died instantly to Time Bomb. But I'm assuming he has Call Lightning. Got this player running Triple Darkness, so probably not winning this, but see what I can do. He's probably going to start with Murgleton. So I think I'll start with Fathom. Just because he'll suck the least versus Murgleton. I could maybe stun him. Question is, do I go for the dot first? It's weak damage. Let's just send that Ice Age. We're both going to try to stun each other. Neither of us landed the stun. He's going to go for Call Darkness, and I could take weak damage on my Snooter, but maybe it's better for me to just trade a dot for that darkness. I'm going to try it out. I don't think this team is beating his, but maybe if I don't miss and he misses a couple times, you never know with darkness. Now he's doing weak damage to me, so maybe I'll actually just... Okay. Got 2 dots on him now, which is fantastic news. He's probably going to go for that Surge of Light, which will kill me. I kind of want to save Fathom for later, but I'm just not sure. Nah, let's just go for Bubble Blast. Okay. Now he has a racial. He's going to go for Pounce, apparently. So that gives me a chance to bring in my Blazehound and swap him out, because I'm faster than him. This brings in the fastest pet, which is Shadow. Or, sorry, not the fastest. Fortunately, not the fastest. It'll be the highest health pet, which is a speed tie. But if it goes for light, it won't do double damage to me because I am not blinded by darkness since I'm an elemental. So we'll go for a trap. These 2 pets are very scary, but they're also like 1 attack away from dying. So let's see here. Bubble Blast does 209 versus Magix, which is enough to kill Murgleton. And it does 317, which is not enough to kill Twilight. I'm going to try saving my Blazehound for later and take the weak damage on my musty first Snooter. Then let's go for a Face Bite. Just in case my trap goes off on its own. If it doesn't, then I can stun him here with Sniff Out. The smart move is probably sacrifice one of his pets, but maybe he's playing mind games and thinking I might not go for the Sniff Out. And let's see here. This is actually looking pretty good. I have all 3 of my pets, and as long as I don't miss here, he's about to lose one of his. Probably the weakest one on his team, but when I kill him, I'll be faster than even Murgleton. So, let's see here. He's probably going to try to stun me, right? I think he's screwed no matter what he does. Look at this. He dies in like 2 hits. We'll just go for a burrow, and this is what I love so much about this pet. If you're fighting a faster pet, which you usually will be because he's only 271, you go for Face Bite or Leap. It's the same ability, and now you're faster, so when you go for burrow, you'll dodge for that turn, and then you'll dodge 2 turns because now he's faster. Oh, he survived with 1 health. Damn. That was a pathetic burrow. I could not have possibly managed to hit any lower. It's hilarious that he survived there. That was like a 1% chance he survives. But he doesn't have his stun. Oh, he missed. How tragic and sad. And terribly unfortunate. I delight in your misfortune, Sir Shady Murgleton. Just in case I miss, I'll just go for face bite. I mean, no time to with the musty fur snooter. What a monster! I love this pet. I saw Kovok playing with him a couple videos ago, and I was like, man, I've got to try that pet out because the potential is like on a trap team is like through the roof with this thing because you can set off the trap, you can clean up minefields, clean up cyclones, you can even break decoy with it instantly, which is not the best decoy breaker, but it's there. It'll remove decoy, it'll remove turrets. So sniff out, fantastic utility, and then just this nice little combo where if you're slower, like I said, you go for face bite. Now you're faster, so you go for burrow and you'll avoid an attack, and then the speed buff falls off, and when you come back up from burrow, you'll be slower than your opponent, so they attack first, and you basically get two. You get to dodge 2 turns with burrow, which is pretty neat. He's a good little capybara. He's a good boy. Very underrated pet, I would say. I never see this pet, but he has the potential to really troll up fast pets that with that combo. I'm still trying to find like I think a better third. I feel like Fathom can be like a niche pick that he doesn't provide a weather changer, which is what this team kind of needs. This team really could benefit from having a weather changer, I think. He has a priority move, which is nice. I mean, he's the only pet with this ability. I wish there were more because I like this ability a lot. It's basically drill charge, but well, is it drill charge? No, drill charge is a 2-round cooldown. It's very unique. It's basically what I wish Trihorn charge was. It does about as much damage as a basic attack, has a 1-round cooldown to account for the fact that it's a priority move, and it will always land. It's a 100% hit chance, so you don't have to deal with like 15% miss chance, which is my biggest gripe with Trihorn charge. It's a really good ability, but I hate that 15% miss chance because so many games close games just end up being, well, do I land this or do I not? So yeah, let's see. If I get that team again, Alpine Foxling will shut down like all 3 of those pets very hard. So I'm going to pick a team with the Alpine Foxling. In case I see him again. So we could play Tiny Snowman. Tiny Snowman's pretty good. Will this team beat him? Maybe. I think this team could probably beat him, maybe. I'll play it because I like it. Doesn't have the best win rate, but I mean, it's not the strongest team in the world. It has some pretty significant weaknesses. So if I queue into like an idol, you kind of just lose with a Alpine Foxling, unless you pair him with something that specifically does well into idols, just because, you know, you only have weak damage versus idols. Let's see what we get. MPD and 2 magic pets. Okay, kind of a random team. I've seen this pet before, and he likes to run wild magic, so that's what I'm assuming he's running this time. Should be... I feel like I should be favored here. The only pet that looks relatively scary, maybe, is the MPD. So, let's start with Stone Grinder, I think. I don't really have a good way to deal with decoy, but he only has 1 pet with it, so... Yeah, I think he's running Wild Magic and Swarm. Not sure quite what he's going for with this team, but should be a pretty easy win, I think. So, probably want to go for Thunderbolt. This thing doesn't hit very hard. But I don't know if I want to take a third round of Swarm on my Stone Grinder. Maybe it's fine. Yeah, let's just take the third Swarm. This guy's attack power is so low. Even standing, just taking a full 3 rounds of Swarm, I'm still like half health. So he'll probably go for like a basic attack here, which means it should be a good time to bring in the Alpine Foxling. Once I have Dazzling Dance, the Tiny Snowman is just going to tear that MPD apart. Oh, he actually did switch to the stun. That's so weird. He went for the stun after he had Shatter Defenses on me. I'll just stay here and probably take a Swarm. Oh, he's bringing in the MPD. Well, I miss having a Decoy Breaker with Flurry. I think the Alpine Foxling was like my all-time favorite pet back when Flurry broke Decoy. It's really such a shame that they nerfed it. So what I'll probably do here is just attack him until that decoy is gone. Oh, he has Bombing Run. Maybe I'll change my mind. No, I think this is fine. I'm still going to stay in. Now that he has decoy up, good time to go for crouch, because he'll be attacking me. I'll take out 1 charge of that decoy. Okay, swaps over to Dreamhoof. I'm assuming he has Headbutt. I don't want to use Dazzling Dance quite yet, I don't think. Okay, now I will use it, just in case he stuns me with Headbutt. Oh, okay, he has Stampede again. Alright. He doesn't have a critter. I could just bring in the Tiny Snowman and stun him. That seems like a good idea. I have Dazzling Dance, so I can probably get out 2 Deep Freezes. And then once my Call Blizzard is up, my Thunderbolt does extra damage, and he's not running Thunderbolt, so I don't have to worry about him benefiting from it. He doesn't have any elemental attacks. The one problem I'm seeing is that SS Magic Pet is going to be faster than my Snowman. Even with Dazzling Dance. The thing is really fast, 374. But the Alpine Foxling's faster than him with Dazzling Dance, so I don't think it's going to be too much of a concern. Also, he dies in 1 hit, so I can probably just... If he hides on the back line, I can probably just kill him with Thunderbolt. Oh, and now he's dead. Problem solved. Very random team. Not sure why he's running 2 magic pets. That my bracket just loves to do that, and I don't know why. So let's see here. Gonna take the racial, and then he's probably gonna go for decoy, so I should probably just swap to Stone Grinder to just clean up that decoy, and then take advantage of that weather with my Thunderbolt. Pretty sure both of these pets will actually die to 1 Thunderbolt now. If his magic pet survives, it'll be just barely. Oh, I forgot it removes the bombing run, so I take the damage early. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh well, it's still better for him, for me, that he has bombing run than if he had Thunderbolt. Because Thunderbolt just does way more damage. Oh, he does survive with literally 1 HP. What are the odds of that? 2 games in a row. All right. A little bit underwhelming after that last player, but I'm not entirely surprised not to see him again. He's kind of a big dodger. He'll just like he'll queue up like 1 game, and then whether he wins or loses, you won't see him again for like an hour. But I'm sure I'll see him again later. He loves that Twilight. He actually stopped playing Twilight for a while because I would just spam MPD and Primal Stormling and SS Pale Shell Crab. And all 3 of those pets are very not fun for Twilight to queue into. But he almost always queues with Shady Murgleton because that pet is... It has the potential, even if you have a bad matchup, to just RNG win games because you can always get saved by the 10% darkness misses and then the 25% stun chance, and it's a really good pet. Like it's fantastic for taking out like idols and Karaji Guardlings. I just get sick and tired of saying it because darkness is annoying. But I think that's gonna do it for today. 3 good games. Gonna queue some more later and see y'all in the next one.